This week, we released a massive Edgewonk update, and it changes what the platform can do for traders completely. Until now, many traders knew Edgewonk as a journal for improving discipline, tracking mistakes, and working on the mental side of trading, and that will always remain a core part of Edgewonk. But this week's update takes things much further. Edgewonk is now becoming a more powerful analytical trading journal. It helps you dig deeper into your data, find hidden performance patterns, understand what is really driving your results, and create a clearer path for improvement. This is a big step toward turning Edgewonk into a true all-in-one trading journal platform. So let's see what is new. So when we start here in our equity graph, you'll see that the layout has changed. And whereas previously you just saw the equity graph and then a few summary stats underneath it, now we have a right panel with a lot of additional information. At the top, you will have core information data points, such as the return, the win rate, the reward to risk ratio, the average size of your winners and losses, the profit factor, and the drawdown. When we scroll lower, we are going to see a lot of advanced statistics that will help you dig into your performance much deeper. So here the first section is called curve quality, and you see your profitable days, the profitable weeks, and the profitable months. Then you see profit concentration, and you can see the explainer text tells you that this is the share in percentage, as you can see here, of gross profit generated by the top 10% of your trades. So here you can see the top 10% and the top largest trades make up 43% of this trader's overall profit. Typically, the more stable your equity graph grows, the smaller the profit concentration will be. And then here you can see you have your weekly performance standard deviation. So how much on a week-to-week basis is your performance fluctuating around an average. And here you see the longest flat stretch. And as the subtext here says, this is the longest trade stretch or the longest trade streak without setting a new equity high. So we can see this was the equity high. And then from here on, Edgewonk counts how long it will take until you make a new high. Of course, all of those statistics will adjust when you switch here to display. Currently, it's showing in your account currency, but of course, we can also turn it into a percentage. And then the return is here in percentage, the average win-loss, the max drawdown, and also other metrics will change. And then here at the bottom, you have your performance summary. So what is your performance over the last 30 days, the last 90 days, and the last 180 days. And you get return statistics, your win rate, the average trade P&L, and your maximum drawdown. Of course, when you apply a filter here from the top, all of the statistics will adjust, and of course also the equity graph will adjust based on the filters that you have selected. But this is not all. We've expanded this right panel with new statistics to other areas. So when we are opening here our chart lab, a chart that although is very important, a lot of traders always ask us about. So we're going to efficiency, and here you will learn everything about your level of rule adherence, your discipline level, and how often you break your rules. So current efficiency is 55.8%. This is where your curve currently is. And current efficiency just means how often have you assigned positive comments that describe positive trading behavior to your trades. Your average efficiency, and then you can see here trades without a mistake. You have 40 trades in this trading journal where you did not make any mistakes, and 52 trades where you did make a mistake. But we can again dig much deeper into your performance. The next section is outcome versus process, or results versus execution. You probably know that not all winners and not all losses are created equal. We have bad winners, we have good winners. Bad winners are winners where although you made a profit, you still broke your rules. And good winners are those types of winning trades where you did not make any mistake. And this is also really interesting to see about your losses. Not all losses are necessarily bad losses. We have 7 good losses in here where although the trade turned out to be a losing trade, we followed all of our rules on those trades. So you can see you get a much deeper insight into how well you're executing your trades, and then you can connect that to your performance. And then we have a consistency over time. So how consistent are you in your trading behavior and your discipline? So we can see that the efficiency high was here because it counts only after the first 20 trades. And then since our efficiency high, we had 50 trades. We also see the efficiency gap. So what is our best efficiency, which is 69.8%, and our current efficiency, which is 55.8%. So we have an efficiency gap of 14%. So we are currently underneath our efficiency high, which means that over the past, we have assigned more and more negative comments to our trades. And then you can see here we have a streak calculator for you where it shows how many trades you currently have where you haven't made any mistake on those trades. So this is a good practice to look at the streak and make sure that you're building a nice positive streak here. And then we also have a table here at the bottom of this graph where you have your breakdown by entry, exit, trade management, and pre-trade plan categories. As you probably know, you can rate your entry, you can rate your exit, you can rate your trade management in Edgewonk for every single trade. And then you can see the statistics for the mistakes, how many mistakes you make per category. So what is your worst performing category or where you are struggling currently the most with? This trader is struggling a lot with the entry criterias and he's not following his entry rules as well. And then here you can see a further breakdown. But it doesn't stop at efficiency. And another really, really important graph that we have just added this to as well is your exit analysis. This is a graph that is super helpful when it comes to trying to improve your edge. But for now, you needed a very good understanding of what the graph and only the bars and the dots show you. Now we made it much easier for you to understand what is going on here. So we have your general analysis. We have two trades that hit your take profit. Those are the trades where you can see the black diamond marker, which is your actual trade exit, is hitting this green horizontal line, which is your take profit. We have three trades where the price or where the trade was hit at a stop loss. Here you can see that the black diamond marker is at the red horizontal line. Those are the trades where the price hit the stop loss. We can also see how many trades did we manage. And this means in this context where you exited manually before the trade reached your take profit or the stop loss. So you can see 75% of the trades were actually managed and the trader somehow intervened. And here we have a very interesting statistic, the overall exit impact. And it shows you whether your exit added value or reduced your overall result. So here you can see by interfering with your trades and closing them early, the trader left some money on the table because the price would have gone up after he exited the trade manually. So a really important statistic to have. And then we have winner and loss analysis. If you have seen one of my review videos in the past, you know that I always come here and I always look at the winner and the loser analysis separately. So we built that in right here for you. So by only looking at the winners, we can see the average updraw on a winner is 81%. And here this shows you that this means how close your winning trades came to your take profit. This is a very solid number. But what we can see here, the average exit on your winners is 73%. So the trader is exiting not at the most optimal level. And this is what the winner capture rate says. You would have a winner capture rate of 100% if you have your exit at your updraw. In this case, the trader is leaving some money on the table. Here, now we go to analyzing our losing trades, so only the trades that were closed for loss. Especially interesting here is the drawdown. The average drawdown is minus 65.9%, and this tells you that the price on average on your losses comes 65.9% towards your stop loss. The average loser is only 59%. So the trader is able to exit the trades before they reach their worst drawdown, which is good. And here you can see the downside avoided is 10.2%. This shows you that by exiting his winners efficiently and early, he is avoiding 10.2% downside. And then maybe one of our most impactful features in Edgewonk is our trade management graph, and we added this here as well. So the Edgewonk trade management feature analyzes your exit decisions and what would have happened after you exited the trade. And this is here in R multiple. Your actual performance, which is the blue line, is 152 R multiple, but potential performance, and this means the performance that if you would not have exited your trade manually, is 163 R. So by actively managing the trades, which typically means closing winners too early, the trader is losing minus 10 R. So the trade management impact on his overall performance is negative, as you can see here. So looking at the R lost, or maybe in your case R gained by managing, can show you if your actively management decisions are helping or hurting your trading. We can see we have 16 trades, or 33% of all the trades where actively managing the trade improved the outcome, but we have 55% of all trades that were actively managed, they hurt the outcome of the trade. So this trader, by looking at the data here, would probably do much better by implementing a passive trading approach or passive trade management approach and not managing his trades and trusting his initial analysis. And then you can see also winner trades that later hit to take profit. So the trader exited 18 winning trades that would have gone on to hit his take profit. And here you can see a similar statistic for losses. But we can dig much deeper into winners and losses here. So here is the section where we only analyze the winning trades. And you can see here the label already says upside missed. So what we can see here is that only on the winners, he is losing 26 R. And this is a massive number. And what this usually means is that the trader is closing his winning trades ahead of the take profit. And this is something that we keep seeing over and over again over the last 10 years. One of the biggest problems that traders have is that they exit their winners too early. They cannot hold on to their winners long enough. They have confidence issues and they worry that the trade may turn on them. So you can see the impact of his trading decisions on his winners is significant here. When we go to the loss analysis, you can see those are managed well. And the trader is actually gaining performance by managing his losing trades. Although when we compare the two, an overall passive approach would be better for the trader because he is not gaining as much here by managing his trades as what he's losing here. So by implementing a passive approach, the trader would do much better here. Over time, we will roll out this analytical part and the analytical panel to more and more features in Edgewonk. Until then, let us know in the comments what you think. Let us know what interesting data points you find in your data. Let us also know what other interesting metrics you are missing in Edgewonk, and we look forward to hearing from you.